Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignedlover.com. In today's video, we'll be discussing some of the components of Brad Pitt's style. I do believe he is a soft natural under the Kibbe system, so if you are interested in that, this is the video for it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and like this video so that I can continue to grow. Before we get into his outfits, let's just briefly talk about Brad's physicality. So Brad has a softened yang frame featuring width, broadness, and elongation. It's different from the pure yang frame, which is more streamlined, sleek, narrow, sharp, and straight. He also has a yin undercurrent, and this manifests as the fullness, suppleness, and robustness of his muscles. Even when he's very lean, his body or his muscles take on a rounder, filled out shape, and he also has a bit of fullness to his face. Taking a closer look at Brad's face, you'll see a mix of blunt features, craggy or rugged shapes, and again that softness or fullness, giving him a rugged but sensual persona or image. If the female soft natural is the sensuous and fresh lady, then Brad can be described as the fresh and sensuous, rugged leading man. Like so many soft naturals, Brad really shines and looks the most himself when he uses a simple, uncluttered, and relaxed approach to clothing. Items or garments that have a more natural feel or have this tactile information about them, like knits or heavy denim or suede or leather, are also really wonderful for the soft natural, allowing the fabric to drape across his body while keeping the edges a bit softer or more round is also a wonderful aspect to his style. And you'll see that clean, airy, breezy, relaxed look just works so well on him. If Brad or any other soft natural has to choose between sporty and sleek, I would definitely recommend choosing the sporty option. Anything athletic, rugged, and durable looking with, again, that softened or blunt edge is much more flattering than, say, anything very sculpted, precise, angular, or linear, or anything that looks less natural, a little bit more artificial and refined in material. So here, two rugged, sporty, more simple outfits, and here just the use of much more tailored garments, and again that very polished material tends to flatten him a little bit. Another fun component is the use of prints. So Brad looks great in very nonchalant, irreverent, playful patterns and prints because it just supports this fresh, open, direct, raw vibe that he and so many soft naturals have. Soft naturals don't really give off the vibe that they're trying to uphold a certain image or persona. They don't really seem like they're trying to control how others perceive them. They just seem very in the moment, in the flow, and just open and direct and raw. So using these fun, playful, more natural prints is a great way to support that. Doubling down on that relaxed essence, anything that looks super chill is a great addition. So anything like a beanie, a bucket hat, something super loose, anything faded or slightly distressed or worn in, or just a messy hair or a slightly unkempt beard just looks incredibly charming on them. Still, soft naturals, of course, can pull off a sleek look, but their version of sleek is a little bit different than, say, a dramatics version or a theatrical romantics version. The most important thing to note is color. So a lot of soft naturals look best in lighter color schemes, especially if you're going for a head-to-toe look. If you keep it on the natural side, colors you'd find in nature, even if it's slightly muted, it looks really great. That and keeping the details or accessories as simple as possible leads to a polished look that looks authentic to them. As you can see on the right, these dark looks, these head-to-toe dark looks can be a little much. They tend to give off this serious or formal kind of vibe on the soft natural, And that, along with all of the details and the tailoring, tends to look very constraining. It's just too tailored. It's a little bit too calculated. So keep it loose, keep it light. And lastly, I just want to talk about essence or persona or vibe just a little bit more. So ask yourself, what kind of role would I cast myself in a Hollywood movie that would be super easy for me to play, just very, very convincing? Ask your friends if there's a difference. That's going to be fun to discuss. But looking at Brad with his co-stars is a fun exercise. So let's go through them. So here is Brad next to Leonardo DiCaprio. I'd say Brad definitely looks more strong, rugged, and I would say more charismatic. Whereas Leonardo shines in these roles where he gets to play someone very clever, almost criminally clever, and he has this kind of boyish exuberance, and there's something so excessive about him, and that's why he shines in those roles like in Catch Me If You Can or Wolf of Wall Street. Next up over here, we have Brad next to George Clooney. I'd say Brad, again, looks more rugged, more strong, more relaxed as well. I'd say George has a dramatic charm to him. He's always playing the dramatic charmer. He looks a bit more, I would say, refined and elegant than Brad does, and he also looks a bit more artful in the way he presents himself. Like he looks more likely to want to manipulate how others see him. He has this kind of restraint to him as well that gives that sense of wanting that control. So definitely not as free and open and raw as Brad looks. Next up here, we have Brad next to Jared Leto. Jared Leto tends to thrive in roles that are a little bit more avant-garde or really out of the box and unconventional. He also does a good job of playing kind of cartoonish or caricature-like roles because sometimes his face and his expressions do take on a sort of cartoonish quality. And lastly, we have Brad next to Orlando. I don't know about you, but I definitely want Brad to save me before Orlando tries to save me, even if he's Legolas. So Orlando tends to play the love interest. There's something very romantic about him and magnetic as opposed to charismatic, I would say. And yes, he did play Legolas, but Legolas was also very magnetic and beautiful. He was beautiful, not rugged, and not rough. So that is it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.